Welcome to Vegas Circle with Paki and Chris. And today, joining the circle with us, we are excited to have the co-founder and president of Niyama Sol, which is a recycled fitness and fashion brand. What's pretty amazing is they actually have leggings that are made 84% out of recycled water bottles, which is pretty impressive. So we got Miss Allison Hart. So welcome to the circle. It's great to see you.
Hi, thanks. Thanks for having me, you guys.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. So you said you moved here when you were probably about 7 years old. So pretty much Vegas is home for you.
Pretty much Vegas is home. I bounced back and forth. I lived in LA for a while. I lived in Arizona where I went to school, but Vegas is my home.
Vegas is such a heavy business area. It's so funny. Everybody either does that LA, Phoenix area. It's funny. I live in California too. So it seems like everybody comes back to Vegas. Chris and I talk about it all the time. It's like Vegas is the best city, at least that I think right now.
It's definitely a boomerang town.
Yeah, for sure.
I think definitely with like product development, if you're trying to do any sort of product development, the amount of people that are coming here in the conventions and all of those additional things, do you think that helped you boost when you were kind of starting your company, or why did you started Niyama Sol?
I started at the time, I was juggling 2 jobs, and I'm still kind of juggling 2 jobs in the event industry. And then I was still am this self-professed fitness-ish person and fashionista-ish person. And I was going to all these fitness classes and yoga classes straight from work. And I'd literally be like changing in my car from work to get to my yoga class on time. And I wanted a legging that I could wear to work and kind of drive right to class in and not change in my car. And I wanted something that didn't look like everybody else. At the time, 5 years ago, we started the company, all the women were wearing the same 4 leggings. And if they weren't black, it was just like sort of a neutral print. And when you showed up in class and everybody had the same print on, I'm that girl who hates showing up to a party and somebody has my dress on. So I was like, no. So I come from kind of an artsy background and a creative background. And I went to fashion design school for a hot minute and just decided to start making leggings.
It makes a lot of sense because when you see your brand, it stands out and it makes a statement. You could definitely see that it makes a statement. I mean, that's what we were talking offline earlier. I mean, I heard about your brand from my wife because she was very familiar with it, and so it definitely makes a statement. You can definitely see that it's got that artsy background. What's the meaning behind the brand?
The niyamas are the second of the 8 virtues of yoga. So the niyamas are kind of like the do's, and there's 5 niyamas that all center around basically ways to lead a happy, healthy, spiritually fulfilled life in the most pedestrian terms. So they stand for things like cleanliness and purity. And we like to think that because we're recycling plastic bottles, that's how we're keeping kind of our environment clean. Self-love and contentment with kind of where we are. So embracing who you are and self-expression. And then inner fire and passion, which is also kind of one of the niyamas, and connection to a higher power, because we are kind of into a lot of that woo-woo stuff that you like. So crystals and
Paki definitely.
What's that?
Me and Paki definitely butchered that name. It's Niyama.
Niyama Sol.
I
guess we could have chatted on the then. You were really, really close. Niyama Sol, and then Sol for us stands for the sun and kind of being outside, and then Sol, it's a play on kind of your soul and setting your soul on fire.
It makes a lot of sense. And so you guys have been in business for about 5 years. And,
yes.
What I was looking up is you guys got a great company values from, the radical self-expression to living outside the box and, your why. And you guys have done an amazing job marketing and branding it too, which is pretty powerful. What is kind of your business plan on there? Because obviously you guys have models, you got a lot of business people that are marketing it. What's kind of the challenges, I guess, you guys had 5 years up till date now?
Oh, wow. Well, I guess, we loved this feeling of sort of self-expression and stepping outside of the box. And a lot of women feel really comfortable in black and black leggings. And that black is sort of the most, flattering and thinning color. And what you find is that when you're wearing a solid color, you're kind of looking at the shape of somebody's body versus when you're wearing this bold print, you're looking at the print. And so your eye is kind of drawn to the print. And what happens is when people put on our leggings, that's when the addiction kind of starts. And it really is that the people who buy our leggings are collectors. They kind of wait for the next drop. Once they have them on and they get stopped on the street, like, oh my God, where are those leggings from? So kind of fighting that stigma of everybody wearing black leggings and having the interest and the, I guess, bravery, for lack of a better word, to put on something really bright and bold and colorful. And so it kind of became this thing in class where like who could show up in the coolest leggings was sort of a thing that would happen in yoga classes 5 years ago. So it caught on kind of quickly. We weren't the only ones at the time, but yeah.
For lack of better understanding, so your fabric is made out of recycled plastic, and I honestly don't know what that means. So so how do you turn a plastic, recycled bottle into a fabric? Because from my understanding, I never thought about the fact that you could use plastic in clothing. How does that process start, and how did you kind of get from point A to point B to make that a reality?
Yeah, so most polyester is made from plastic, recycled plastic, which is called RPET. So they chop up the plastic really small, they melt it down, and then it gets woven into fibers. And so then those fibers get woven in with the spandex to create the pants. But because wearing leggings, whether they're all day long or in a yoga class, for us, they need to be really comfortable. I'm wearing them, so I keep pointing at them and touching them, like you guys know what I'm doing.
Yeah, good smart marketing. Yeah.
They need to be soft. And so we put a finish on them, sort of almost like a suede finish. So they're really soft to the touch. They're super stretchy and hold their shape. You guys, I assume, don't wear leggings very often, but I bet your girlfriends or wives do. And they're just really comfortable.
Chris wear a couple of leggings. I don't know about.
Chris wears leggings? I bet he does. You should. It's really funny, actually, when you put them on, you're like, oh, I get it.
Life changing.
And because it's polyester, they're antimicrobial, which means they don't get stinky when you wear them. So that's a good thing too. And they have moisture wicking. So when you're in a hot class, they were really designed for hot yoga. They kind of are a thin material to feel like second skin, and they just make you feel good.
Yeah, that's great. Who actually designs them? Is that you and your business partner that comes out with that?
So my business partner and I design all the leggings. We make them all in-house, and they're cut and sewn in LA.
Oh, that's great.
So keep it. Yeah.
And so then I saw Jennifer Lopez rocketed your collection. How did you ladies connect?
So when she had her residency here, a lot of her dancers were going to some of the same fitness classes and yoga classes that we were. Alex Rodriguez, I don't know if you guys have heard of him, but he's just kidding. If you know A-Rod, he was also coming to the fitness classes, and we gifted him some leggings to give to her in the very beginning, and thought nothing of it, thinking like, whatever. She gets handed things all of the time. And then saw a bunch of paparazzi pics of her wearing the leggings, and I lost my mind, of course. And then we were fortunate enough to take a fitness class with her and her dancers. And she rolled up wearing one of my favorite leggings, and I played it super cool. Totally didn't. I was like super geeky, but I was really excited that she was wearing them. And then fast forward, we did a legging kind of for her honor, because she just kept asking for more and more leggings. Like we kept getting kind of requests through Alex to say, hey, like she really likes the leggings. Are you guys cool with her wearing more of them? Like, what? Did you have to ask? Like, if there's one person that you want in your leggings, it's pretty much Jennifer Lopez. So we made a legging that was loosely designed around the Versace dress that she wore, that was this like sort of black and white with greenery on it. And then she loved it. And then I ended up designing a collection with her. We ended up designing a collection of 8 leggings and 8 tops with her. So we had this like J-Lo times Niyama Sol collection that we collaborated with her on, which was pretty amazing. So
that's pretty powerful. I see it's still on the website too. You guys are doing very well with it. I was looking it up, and the brand does extremely well. You're a household name. I'm gonna say that. You guys have definitely done a great job. As I started doing more research, Chris and I were talking, I'm like, man, everybody knows your brand, so it's pretty cool.
I don't know if everybody does yet. We're trying. We're still plugging along.
You're humble.
And getting out there and getting our name out there, because people still are like, Niyama Sol, what is that? So we're, wanting people to sort of understand the meaning behind it and who we are. You're not the only ones.
Paki, you got to say the name right if you're.
I was saying it right. I swear I thought I was saying it right. I looked at it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Where can women purchase this at? Do you guys actually have a store in Vegas, or do you buy it just online, or?
Mostly we're online. There's studios and like bar studios and cycle studios and yoga studios who also purchase our brand. We might, top secret, we might open another store. We had a store here that was kind of an interactive studio So we would
Okay.
have the store, and then in the back we had classes and workshops, and it was kind of an Instagrammable moment place where you go try on the clothes and then you kind of pose for pictures in this little cool interactive space. But we closed it down during the COVID. But I'm thinking we might put a little space downtown. So I'm kind of marinating that idea because we have such a great local following that I really want to give them kind of a place to shop and to get first access to when the new collections drop. We drop a new collection every month. So I'd love to be able to have opportunities to kind of do little events and yoga classes and get that back to our local peeps because we definitely have a great local following. And we did this really rad pop-up store in New York last January that was incredible. So we really, I think that helped us a lot because we're in a really cool spot in New York and I got to meet a lot of our customers, which was great.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. I love the fact that you're talking about giving back to the city, giving them first exclusives. And you know, when you mentioned you drop a new collection every month, kind of what does that entail? Is that meaning like a line of 8 and 8 again, 8 bottoms, 8 tops, or is that one outfit? Or what does a collection kind of entail?
So a collection can go anywhere from maybe 5 or 7 leggings, give or take, with matching tops. And then we have some lifestyle, like I'm wearing one of our lifestyle tops. And it's all kind of centered around a theme and a color palette. So that's kind of once a month. And then we also have a subscription service called Soulbox. So you can subscribe either monthly, bi-monthly, or quarterly. And those leggings are exclusive to that subscriber. So only the people who subscribe to Soulbox get those leggings. Because one of the things with us is I really wanted to keep our scarcity model so that once we design and release a legging, once it sells out, we don't bring it back. We might do it in another colorway. Like I'm wearing one of our like tie-dye prints that's coming out March 2nd. And we've done it in a couple different colorways, but I really like to keep the limited edition kind of scarcity model going so that you don't roll up to a yoga class and somebody's wearing your leggings. That was kind of a big, it sounds so silly, but it was just kind of a big deal. And I like keeping them more limited edition for sure.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. And I love that thought process. That's it, pretty ambitious, 8 a month. And how far in advance do you kind of have to start planning that out? Or is that
we're
from design to production to delivery?
Yeah, we're designed pretty much through the year, and we want to, we open it up to our wholesale partners like 6 months out for pre-order, and then 3 months out, 6 months out, we're shooting it, and 3 months out. And, doing the photo shoots has been challenging as well with COVID, because we used to like having lots of models doing things that were more active. And so taking a step back, trying to reinventing how we do photo shoots and leaning on our followers and our influencers and our micro influencers out in Instagram land to get great shots in it. So kind of relying on influencer marketing for sure.
You guys did a great job, and I know that for sure. I mean, women don't want to wear the same as another woman, so that makes a lot of sense. That's a great marketing campaign for sure. I got to ask you about having an active wear for men. Was that something that you and your partner would think about?
So we have a small men's line. I don't know if you were able to look at it on the website, but we did board shorts. We still have some. We might have pulled it off, but we have 2 different styles of board shorts. We had some sweat shorts and some t-shirts. We did not do men's leggings yet or ever, but we had some leggings. We've had a lot of requests, and so we kind of went back and forth. There are some men who definitely wear our leggings because I've seen them in person and on Instagram. We don't necessarily recommend it because the gusset is not built for a man's anatomy. When you put on the shorts, and the guys love them, we might really focus in on sort of like I'm not going to tell you yet, but there's some cool surprises coming.
All right, that's good. We'll stay tuned. We'll stay tuned. It's impressive. I mean, with the health industry, and I recently just watched a Game Changers movie, which really impacted me. As far as eating healthy, and obviously yoga is huge, and Pilates is huge. How long have you actually been practicing yoga?
Let's see, it's got to be 20-ish years. Yoga off and on, and Pilates, and I have a Peloton now. Thank God I had that before COVID started, but I just try to stay active. I'm not a spring chicken and rolling around in leggings a lot of the time. I want to make sure that I'm eating healthy and I'm living and breathing the brand. I definitely want to be kind of a model for that. So that's kind of where I'm at.
I noticed like a lot of yogis are vegan. Do you eat plant-based food, or is that kind of your?
I'm more of a pescatarian.
Okay.
So I try to limit my meat intake. I eat a lot of veggies and mostly a pescatarian diet. I love a burger, not gonna lie. So everything in moderation for me right now is kind of my mantra
Yeah.
for sure.
And a lot of the times we ask, or I should say, a lot of the times we always ask our guests, what's your favorite restaurant in Vegas? And I'm curious what yours is, especially because you're into the health and the food and everything. So,
Yeah, I tend to eat Asian food a lot. So
okay.
tonight I'm going to a place called Chubby Cattle. So it's like a Chinese hot
Oh, I
pot
love chubby
place that's
cattle.
really good, and you can get all,
Oh,
don't you love Chubby Cattle? I
I
love
really
Tokyo
do.
Boy sushi. I like Hero sushi. I eat a lot of sushi. I like Veggie Nation for when I'm eating more vegan, and I love Chubby
No,
Cattle. And I like Shanghai Taste for Chinese dumplings and ramen. Yeah, I think I was Asian in a former life because really all I want to eat is like me,
it's
sushi,
a pretty
Chinese food.
extensive list.
You got some
I
good
eat a lot.
restaurants.
I eat a lot.
Side note on Chubby Cattle, because I was actually thinking about going there this past weekend, and I didn't know how COVID was going to affect the restaurant, so I decided against it. Is it kind of, have you been there
It's
during the kind of,
I'm going tonight at 8, by the way, and
There
I'm
you
going
go.
again on Wednesday night. So I guess that's a good thing. That's why it's on the top of my mind. They don't do the conveyor belt anymore, so you just
got it.
order, but everything just comes to the table. So it's still good.
Oh,
Yeah,
perfect.
you can
Good.
So
still
I'm going to go now. You
go for
talked me
it.
back into it.
So
That's a
yeah,
good
I'll
shot.
see you at 8.
There you go. That's good, man. So all the
I know,
restaurants, that's
right?
good. You gave some new ones that nobody brought on there. So that's great. Have a Chubby Cattle and some of the other sushi spots. What's next on your radar for 2021? With all obviously COVID's hit, what do you guys plan for Niyama Sol, for this year?
So we've been doing a big kind of cleanup and reshift with the company. COVID hit us in an interesting way, and so we've been doing some planning for some new items to bring to the site, and kind of to the point that you're bringing up with the health and wellness, kind of giving our customers more in-depth ways to learn about the niyamas and kind of offering them some other items. We always talk about crystals and tarot cards and ways to eat healthy and be healthy when I do like the Instagram lives and on our Instagram. So we want to bring some of that to our website and get our customers the ability to kind of buy some of that stuff with us. So when we design a line around a crystal, kind of having that stuff available for our customers is important to us. So adding to that, we're going to keep going with our RPET printed leggings, and we had a lot of lifestyle and different fabrics in the queue to introduce prior to COVID. And so we're going to probably reintroduce them again. So keeping our staple, which is the reason why people keep coming back for more of the RPET leggings, but adding some more sustainable options and maybe even a biodegradable legging and some other stuff that is coming for sure. And then the store
Perfect.
in Vegas.
We're gonna keep our tabs on you, man. You guys are doing some great things, and I hope you do open up the store in Vegas, man. It'd be great to be able to see it, for sure. Where can actually folks purchase it at? Can you shout out your website and some of your social handles and things like that on how they connect with you guys and be able to see what's available?
Yeah. So it's niyamasol.com, niyamasol.com. Same Niyama Sol at Niyama Sol is our Instagram handle. Super easy to shop from there. I think we're also on Pinterest, so you can find us on Pinterest. And mostly it's the website. The easiest place to shop is definitely our website.
Allison, it's an absolute pleasure to be able to hang out with you. Just kind of
Definitely.
pick your brain, and we love being able to see what you guys are doing. Hopefully that men's line
Yeah,
will come back out with some stuff. We'll stay tuned with that also. And you'll be able to see us at thevegascircle.com and all of our social handles. And definitely please subscribe and definitely follow Allison Hart and her team and Niyama Sol. They got a great thing going on. So appreciate you, Allison.
Thank you, Allison.
Thank you so much for having me. Have a good night, you guys.
You too. Thank you.